Okay, I'm going to start with the most obvious question. What was it like to work with comedy legends?
Tina and Amy is kind of everything that you hope it will be. They're incredibly funny. They know how to sort of one-up each other and challenge each other. And they're also just lovely people.
Just for a YouTube audience, what is your role as a director on a film?
I mean, sometimes the easiest way to say it is like I tell people where to stand. That's like the most basic thing. But a lot of what you do is cajole and trick people into doing what you need them to do. I actually think that's probably a more accurate description of directing.
Will you be the party mom tonight so I can let my freak flag fly?
Really, it's sort of about shaping the material. It's about casting correctly. It's about bringing the right crew together to sort of empower everybody to do their job. A lot of times also just getting them to be authentic. So you have to figure out what makes them feel safe, what makes them feel themselves. And also if you've cast them correctly, there's something about them that's right for the role. So if they can be more themselves, then you have a better shot than if they didn't go to, Yale Drama.
My dog had this in his feces.
Paula Pell, yeah, she's probably written jokes that everybody knows and characters that everybody knows, but don't realize that it's her. Paula was one of the first writers on Saturday Night Live. She wrote a bunch of jokes for Judd Apatow's movies, Bridesmaids, many others. And this was her first screenplay, which is sort of loosely based on her relationship with her own sister, but really about these journals that she used to keep when she was young. And they were sort of these very, like, I shan't, I shall, sort of love journals about what it was like to be a 13-year-old girl.
Holy shit.
We would always do a scripted version of the scene first for a couple takes. Then Paula has the system where she writes on Post-its alternate jokes as she's watching the actresses work and kind of thinks of better ideas and the ways to hone jokes. She puts all the Post-its on my monitor, so I get to sort of see all these wonderful jokes. I pull the ones I like, and then I go deliver them to the actors. And I tried very specifically not to yell the joke out loud, which some directors do, or to let anyone else see it so that the first time that it's said is funny for everybody.
You look like underpass weathered.
We had a 60-year-old buy our beer. You want to come to my house and take a shower? Maybe make a list of goals?
You're a very friendly person.
There's just too many things you could ingest.
And try anything in a way, because really comedy at its essence is about surprise. If it doesn't make you laugh, it's not going to make you laugh probably the fourth or fifth time. And that's why it was so important to have Paula on set, because she's such a good joke writer, is that very quickly you can see, that's not working. And sometimes it's a simple thing of like changing a word or sort of waiting, a pause or a flicker of the eye. But generally with good actors, good comedians, they're making those decisions for you. If a joke is written and it feels like it's falling flat, move on and try something else.
You ever buy poppin' fresh dough?
Yeah.
Remember the sound it makes?
Yeah.
There isn't a typical day. Every day is something different. So pre-production is about scouting locations, finding your right cast, developing the script, making sure that you're on budget. And so it's, and you're really just trying to get everybody on the same page as you're discovering what it's going to look like, what the tone of it is going to be. And, I can't remember who it was. It said you basically make, was it Sidney Pollack? You make 100,000 decisions, and if you get 10,000 of them wrong, you're probably not going to end up a very good movie. So it's just a lot of trying to craft and hone each small decision so that you end up with something that feels unified in the end.
I encourage all of you to make your mark on this house tonight.
Oh, do not make your mark.
Yes!
I'm always amazed how many channels, how many great shows, how many web series. There's so many opportunities to create. You can cut your own stuff. So unlike when I was coming up, you really couldn't do that. You had to haul your camera around, and you had to develop the film, and you had to get into an editing bay. You couldn't do it on your computer. So now I feel like the advice is just do it as much as you can. It's very hard to convince people to give you $100,000, $10 million, $50 million to create something, right? You have to really wait for that shot. So that if you can be creating things, on your own laptop with your own cameras, that's the advice. I wish that I'd had that opportunity.